Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is 13 Dragon Blight. Yeah, can't even speak tonight. 13 Dragon Blade, aka Itachi 13, coming at you with a samurai deck profile. So, let's get this started off. First, we've got the main samurai. We have two Kaigekis over here. Kaigeki is amazing. He just helps you drop Kagemusha and immediately gets your Synchro and Exceed play off. So, he's really good. 2 is at most. 3, yeah, I think it's too many. What you need to run at 3, though, is 3 Elders. Elder, the 6 Samurai, is the Cyber Dragon of the entire deck. You use it with Kagemusha, and you also make Shien, so this just gives you another lead play in Shien, which is what this deck heavily focuses on. Which would explain 3 Kagemusha. The only tuner that you really need besides Valor if you're taking it in, I'm just running full-fledged Samurais in this deck with a few tech cards. I'm actually going to change it around to make it to where there's no staples at all, just Samurai stuff. See how broken it is. I'm actually thinking about just doing it, so I'll probably do a revamped version of this deck profile soon enough. Then we have 3 Kizan, because Kizan is really good. It's basically like Grandmaster, it's a mini Grandmaster. It becomes 21 as long as there's 2 Samurais on the field. It's an 18 beater. It's not bad. You can use it for exceeding and synchroing. And then I run 2, but I would encourage 3 because Grandmaster is really good. He is the 5-star, very easy to drop. He can bring back himself. So if he dies by torrential or something, you can just keep bringing it back and just drop it on the field. Yeah, there can only be 1, so some of them can be clogged, but you'd be surprised. My Grandmaster doesn't stay very long on the field. Sometimes people like to nuke it. And then the ones we run runners, we run 1 hand, because, well, hand is good. You tribute it, you can tribute itself, you can tribute any samurai to blow something up. 1 Zanji, same reason, you need the extra popping. It's an 18 beater, can be switched out. And 1 Inishi. Not a lot of people like to run Inishi. I'm like, well, you should run 1 of them. He can bounce stuff. He's really good. He's probably one of the better samurais. And then we've got 1 Spirit. Spirit is really good. Sorry for that glare. Spirit just, you equip it Shien, it becomes a 3k beater, and then you can run over stuff and draw cards. Okay, then. We got spells. We got some staples. We have a Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy, Rhoda, and 2 MSTs. This is pretty obvious. This is just all stuff that most decks have, and because it's Warriors, we run Rhoda. Same thing that I did with my Ninja deck. But I'm going to be, like I said, switching out some of these cards just to make it a pure Samurai deck, so probably won't see any of those in there, but you will see other stuff, such as that. Cunning is actually quite good. Cunning of the 6 Samurai, if you know you're facing a Samurai player, you use it, and it can just instantly give you a special summon. There are tons of Samurai cards that say special summon it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 2 of this, and just start messing with my opponent, because I can tribute a Samurai and just bring Shien back ridiculously fast. Doesn't even matter what level it has to be. And this is the card that everybody needs to run. I run 2 of it. I don't run 3. I mean, I've gotten away with 2, and I barely ever draw these before I can make Shien. Sometimes I use it to make Shien, but it's very rare. I'll usually have Kaigeki Kagemusha or Elder Kagemusha first turn play if I do it right. So this becomes useless to me later on. I only run 2 of it. I think it's good at 2. What came back to 2 that we have to run are 2 Smoke Signals, because Smoke Signal is good. It got limited to 1 for a reason, people. I mean, it's just another search card besides Rhoda. And of course, 1 Gateway, because Gateway is broken. If you open that first turn, open the nuts. 2 Dojos. Dojo is really good. It slap it down the field, have it gain counters. You have this in Gateway, and you've guaranteed yourself 2 monsters. Possibly 3 if you have a Keyzon in your hand. It's really good. You just build up counters, you tribute it, and then you start specialing the cards. And then, of course, the draw power. You need to have 3 United, because you don't really need any other draw power for this deck. It's just that good. Normal, special, get those counters. Then we've got Solemn Brigade. I'll probably put this in my Ninja deck eventually, because I think that they're worthy of having a Solemn Brigade. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add probably 3 of these, because Double-Edged Sword technique isn't exactly a bad thing. You just go and you can make crazy Exceed plays. And then, of course, we have the 2 Magatama, which if I have another one, I'd run 3. Magatama is really good. Anyway, that being said, let's go to the extra deck. We have a Shadow of the Six Samurai Shian. Good at 1. You don't really need it at more than 1. It's just one of those cards that it's okay. It's a 25 beater. It's a little lower than Shian, so it's not really the best choice. But it's not bad either if you want to get in for that damage, you know? Utopia Ray. This is where I put my Ray. I took out the Maestroke and I just said, you know what, this is Samurai, it would be better if I put Utopia Ray in here. So, now in my Ninja deck, I currently have 2 Maestrokes, while I put the other Utopia Ray I had in here for the Utopia. 1 Shark Drake, and 1 Shockmaster. Shockmaster I really don't need to explain. In regards to this, it's a good card. I mean, you can make it with 3 Keyzons if you're really bored. This deck has a lot of level 4s, just like the Ninjas do. So, this can be easily made, this can be easily made. It's not really that hard. Then for 3s, we have Acid Golem, which is an okay card. It's good against Skill Drain, and, again, damage. It's a 3k beater. For rank 3, we've got Levier, we've got Giga Brilliant. Giga Brilliant's good, just gives them a nice beef up. And we have Levier over here. Levier is amazing. It's good in any deck. If Insectors come back, I'm just going to take down my Samurais and make the Insectors again. I just used all my Exceeds for my Insectors and put them in here. And we have a Leviathan Dragon. Sorry for that glare. So a Secret Rare Leviathan Dragon. Yeah, Leviathan Dragon's pretty staple-ish. I'm not really going to explain that. And of course you have to have Shian, because Shian is what gives Samurais their power. So, I'm not really going to explain that. Shian got hit to 1 for a reason. Material Beast, and Barkion. That's a Ghost Gold Rare Barkion. It's very hard to see, but I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, Lockdown, Spells, Traps. I wish I had Landois, then I would be just as a troll. Instead of Landois, I play this guy. It's okay. Lightning Warrior is not a bad card, it's just that I would prefer having Landois to negate monster effects, and then I'd be all set with that. So yeah, besides the staples, everybody, I'm going to be changing this deck around a lot, and just testing out with the main Samurai cards. And, I guess for side deck, I can show you. It's not really that great of a side deck. It's mostly these. I didn't find another deck I can run them in currently, and I honestly think, like, if I start running maybe the Fire version of the Samurais coming out in the next pack, it'd be good. But yeah, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror and the Lightning Imprisoning Mirrors, because you don't really have that many Light or Dark monsters, you just focus on other stuff. And then I'm tempted to just put in these for more Samurai power, but my friend's telling me not to even run that guy, and I'm like, he's alright, but, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, this other, Lair. Anyway, that's the other Grandmaster right there that I was going to use in the deck. So I'm going to do that and take out the Solemn Brigade right now. I was just giving you an example of what a better Samurai deck would be, so. That's it, YouTube. This is Itachi13, signing out. And Grandmaster's card of the night. Whee!